How you doing, guys? It's Andrew from the Warriors Vault. I have for you today Game 3 at Brawler's Bash, and I took my High Elves. And if you haven't seen Game 1 or Game 2, go check them out. They're pretty good. Game 1 was against Eric, and he was just a fun player to play. He had brought Britannia, and Game 2 was against Anthony from the Sustainable Center. So Game 3, I'm going against Casey Cronin's Warriors of Chaos, and the scenario was a battle line, but you get 150 victory points for each of your three smallest units in terms of points that are alive at the end of the game, and 150 victory points from each of your core units that are above half at the end of the game, and you can get up to 600 for that. You get 150 for killing each one of your opponent's three smallest units, and 50 for buying your opponent a drink at the end of the game. So that's a pretty good objective there. Okay, so I can't remember. I think Casey played card 1, and he used the Vanguard for the table quarters. I think that's what happened, but I don't think he Vanguarded anything, or wanted to, or maybe I could be wrong on which card. It wasn't really relevant. I played card 4, which was basically if he rolls double ones, he miscasts, and if I have all my casters at the end of the game, I get a bonus 500. Now, I keep my caster because I'm running life in one of the white line units, so that one might not be easily achievable, or it just depends how the games go, really. I could either do really well and it's going to be no problem, or I could do really bad and just lose her, so there's that. But I was also thinking that this card would be great. I built my army for the meta that I'm used to, which is Demon Princes and everything. And I thought this card would be great against Demon Princes, and I haven't seen any. And this is my first Warriors of Chaos opponent, well, first and only. So I figured, hey, I might as well use this if he has. Well, you'll see, he has the dragon, and if he flies the dragon up and tries to cast spells, double ones, he miscasts, that'll be great for me. So yeah, once again, he brought the dragon, which that's awesome. He brought Throg. He brought a Slanesh BSB on Chaos Steed, Warrior Bane, Dragon Helm, and Luckstone. 2 units of 10 Trolls, bunch of Chariots, Ogres with great weapons, which I didn't know at the time. 2 units of 5 Hellstriders, and 3 Skull Crushers. Now, I said I didn't know they had great weapons. It was there on the paper. It just didn't stick out to me. Skull Crushers also had Gleaming Pendant. For Magic, I got Earthblood, Flesh to Stone, Throne of Vines, and Regrowth. And he got, he has Tzeentch, and I'm not really familiar with all the Tzeentch spells. There's a couple that stick out to me, but I don't know which ones he had. Okay, so for deployment, he has his Hellstriders here, which he Vanguarded. He has a Chariot. He has his 3 Skull Crushers. He has a couple other Chariots. And here is the Trolls and his Dragon with the BSB right here. And he has Throg and these Trolls. Then here's the great weapon wielding Chaos Ogres, another Chariot, and more Hellstriders. So my planning was I'm going to put my fast heavy cavalry on the sides so the Cav can stop his Hellstriders from getting around me. And everything he put in the middle, so I'm going to have to fight that hard. I figure this unit of White Lions here will be a good match either for the Skull Crushers or the Chariots. I mean, I'll lose some if the Chariots get into me, but if I get my spells off, which I need, there won't be a problem at all, and I can fight one of those 2 things at a time without a problem. My big unit of White Lions, obviously I'm going to go and try to kill his Trolls and his Dragon. Now, I'm going to take shots at the Trolls because when you math it out, my White Lions of 40 will do roughly 25 wounds. Basically, I'll do 12 wounds, kill 4 Trolls in 1 round of combat before he gets the swing. So if I can knock him down to, only a couple Trolls, like half the strength of the units, he won't be able to really hurt me, to hit me back, and then I'll just run right through him. So that's my thinking there. And here's the far right, which, yeah, there's my other unit of Cav. But it may look like I'm a little far forward. It's really just because I'm backed off the line. I figured I need as much time shooting as possible to weaken this army before I go to fight it. It has so many combat units that it's my only option here. Okay, so I won turn 1. So I move up just like this, put my Eagles behind so that I can use them as redirectors. Now I move my Cav back because to anticipate, I don't want him to be able to get around me with the Hellstriders. I measured it out, I moved this one back, and then on the shooting. So the first thing I do here is, besides that, I got magic, 3-1. I get thrown off, and he stops whatever other spell I try to go for. The first thing I do is Lithinor. I brought him for lists like this, to kill people's heroes, standalone heroes, and the first thing he does is kills his BSB, which to me that's great. Kills his BSB. Now he won't get the reroll if he fails stupidity. So I thought that was good. And I thin one of these out, and I hit with the sisters on the trolls because that's why I bring them for the flaming. And I'm able to knock out with the bolt thrower here, this bolt thrower here, and the other one to the far left. I'm able to knock out 4 trolls, which is great for me because now he's only, if I get in the head-to-head combat with just those trolls, I'm gonna have a great time killing him. He's only gonna do, he might kill like 4 white lions with his, like, see, he has what, 7. He'll be down to 3, and he's only going to hit me on 4s. Yeah, he'll probably kill 3 or 4 white lions at the end of that. That's assuming I don't get any spells off. So that's the exact matchup I want. So then we go to Warriors Chaos turn 1. Okay, so he moves everything forward as anticipated. He wants to get into combat, being Warriors. And yeah, now I could have swore I measured this out for 20 inches that he couldn't get around me, and somehow he still managed to. Now, I think I was just tired. Game 3 the day that he just was able to get by me. And yeah, so for magic, he rolls double 1s. And he casts a magic missile. He doesn't get double 6s or double 1s, so my card really doesn't do anything. But he's able to kill 4 of the 6 sisters. He wants to really get rid of them because he didn't like me thinning out the trolls there. Okay, so High Elves turn 2. Okay, so I go for this charge here, and I fail it. Now that's big, and I'll explain in a second. Over here, I put the Eagle because I want to redirect Skullcrusher so I can fight these chariots. And the reason why this is like a game-breaking thing is because now I'm within range of Breath Weapon. And what I did not know is that the dragon's Breath Weapon is not magical. For some reason, nobody even told me this. I was just thinking in my head. I've never played against it. I was thinking, Tzeentch Dragon, it's probably magical. I don't know why that was in my head, but I'm like, he's going to come, he's going to try to Breath Weapon me, and I'm getting a 2-up ward, that's no problem. But if I make this charge, which I needed a 9, if I make this charge, the whole game's going to sway in my way. Because what's going to happen here is I'm going to hit these trolls. I want to knock him down to 3 trolls, like I said. He's going to need double 1s with no reroll. He's going to run, and I'm going to get into his dragon. And then I'm going to be out of the line of sight for any other unit to attack me. And even if he could, I'm not too worried about that. And then I'll be able to kill the dragon, kill his general, and all he would have is Throgging these trolls that were threatening. That was the plan, but I failed it. It's worth taking the risk. The 9, if I would have got it, the whole game basically would have just been in my favor at this point right here. But, I didn't get it. Okay, so, the bolt thrower kills the Hellstriders on the far right. And that's about it there. For magic, I got a 3 and a 4. And I channel 1. And I 6 dice flesh on these guys here. And I can't even get double 6s. I don't even roll a high number. He easily dispels me. With 4 dice, he just easily dispels. Oh my god. My magic has been so bad this tournament. I needed that because I would have been toughness 7. And then I would have rocked all 4 of these chariots. Would have been no problem at all. But the dice don't like me. Okay, so for shooting, I was able to do 1 wound to the dragon. And now I'm starting to pick on this unit of trolls because I have to get them down to the appropriate number of trolls so that I can kill them in 1 turn of combat. So that's my thinking there. And yeah, the far right, like I said before, kills the cav over there. And the left side of the table, nothing really happens. It kind of just looks like this. Alright, so Warriors of Chaos turn 2. Okay, so he basically moves these trolls to their 1 inch apart and puts the 2 units that are going to Breath Weapon me there, which, okay, that's what I figured. And then he charges all the charging in here. All 4 chariots. Okay, so magic, I don't think he was able to cast anything. I maybe dispelled it. And, also the Hellstriders here. I'm going to end up killing them with my bolt thrower or my shooting here. And as you see, he's setting up for shooting. And, yeah, it looks like that. I have 1 white lion and my 2 characters left after he Breath Weapons me. See, what happens is the previous turn, I get No, I didn't. But He has flaming attacks, strength 4. He kills most of the unit, and then Throg hits me, and that's what really hurt, the Throg one, because I have a 3-up armor versus shooting. So I get a 4-up versus the flame template. Well, Throg is no armor saves allowed, strength 5, so he's wounding me on 2s. He just cuts me down to nothing. And I fail an incredible amount of saves when the 4-ups, and then with Throg wounding me, he did really well on his dice, and it is what it is. Then impact hits over here on the left. Yeah, he kills a lot of guys. I'm not utterly sad about this combat. I figured without flesh, this is what it would look like. I kill a chariot, do 2 wounds to the one, put a wound on each other ones. I'm just hitting what I can hit. Oh, and for shooting, I killed the Hellstriders. I didn't have a slide for that, but I mean, no, my turn. Yeah, shooting, I killed them. Okay, so I marched these guys up. And yeah, so it looks like this. I didn't get a lot of slides at this point. Like I said, once again, I'm exhausted. But I charge him because I figure why not. And in Magic, I get regrowth, so I get 6+1 guys back. Good. That's cool. I get some guys. Hopefully I can beat him in combat. Maybe he'll whiff. Who knows? It's Brawlers. I might as well go for it. Otherwise, all I could have done was maybe move my characters around and hide, but there's no benefit for that. Maybe keep my mage alive a little bit longer. I figured I'd go for it. He ends up winning, killing me. I 6-dice flesh again on these guys because I figure if I can get it off, they're going to win and they're going to kill them all, and I fail to get it again. I roll really low. He easily dispels it. So there's that. And yeah, so I kill the Hellstriders. I move my eagle up to block him here. And as you see, there's no more dragon and no more Throg because Lithanar killed one of them and the bolt throwers killed the other. So Lithanar has been acting perfectly. So that's a lot of points in my pocket there. I got his BSB, I got Throg, and I got the dragon. You're already looking at 1,000-some points plus the chariots I'm cleaning up. And that's all this game's about is points. Okay, so where's Chaos turn 3? Without Throg or a BSB or the dragon, these guys are failing stupidity left and right. And no magic or shooting. So yeah, it looks like this. He's able to kill the remaining white lions. I kill one more chariot. He moves these guys around since I marched out of his line of sight with my cav up here. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm bringing them around in a circle, and I'm going to have them, with their movement 9, they move across the board so easily. I'm going to have them flank charge these trolls here. So it looks like that, and High Elves turn 4. Okay, so I go for the charge here, and yeah, shooting, I end up killing this guy. I made a big mistake with here too because I didn't know these guys had great weapons. I mean, they're not modeled really to have great weapons. I didn't think about it. They're ogres as, chaos ogres. Well, if I had known they would have great weapons, the thing I would have done differently is instead of charging them, I would have charged the eagle into the front of these guys and then these guys into the flank of the trolls and then busted the trolls right here. But, whatever. I mean, I don't regret it because I'm trying to get the points. And then afterwards, it looks like this. Yeah, he just tears me up. I do 5 wounds, which is respectable, with my rerolls to hit and everything. And then, yeah, he basically obliterates the unit, and my banner dies, and yeah, I just got this guy running away. As you can see here, this is how it would have looked. The eagle would have went in the front, and then when I got a flank charge, I probably got 3 of my 5 guys into this combat, maybe 4, and I would have easily killed the trolls on there. They would have killed the eagle, but I would have had enough combat res static before even wounds that I would have beat them. And little by little, I'm trying to whittle down this chariot here, but not doing a good enough job. Okay, so yeah, his skull crushers and his trolls end up killing my eagle and my archers here, basically, and stupidity fails up here. But I mean, he's going to pass them once in a while. It's a 4. It is achievable, and yeah, so that looks like that. Turn 5, I forget to make the charge that I've been setting up this whole time. And yeah, I was unable to kill this chariot, so now he's going to rough me up. So Warriors turn 5, here he comes. So he kills the bolt thrower and overruns, and once again, I didn't have a lot of pictures here, but the big news is I got it my flank charge. I won combat 2 times against these trolls, and he was steadfast on a 4, and he passes it both times. Wow. After failing all that stupidity, I I don't know. I have to look at it again. I don't know if it's probable for him to pass or not, but man, that really hurt. I needed those points. He even said, it doesn't help me none that they're passing, but they are. That's true. Okay, so for shooting, yeah, I wanted with my bolt throwers to try to kill the skull crushers. Didn't happen either, and the chariots and the skull crushers are going to end up mopping up the rest of the game. But it was a great game, so yeah, my thoughts. Wow, one charge could have changed that whole game. If I'd have made that 9, I probably wouldn't even went for it if I had known that his breath weapon was just the basic breath weapon. But I went for it, and that's what it was. Total points earned 2,500, which is still respectable because 2,500 is basically still a win. I mean, I'm still high in points. If I would have got something lower, I would have been kind of worried about it. But I'm at 10,118. This was the poster that they put up at the end of Game 3. And that puts me only 3,000 points. Well, 3,400 points away from the first place player. Now, I know the first place guys are going to keep tabling people, and they're going to open the stretch. But really what I wanted to do was I wanted to go to this tournament and finish in the top 20%. And like right now, that's what's happening. Everything's working out great. So as long as my next 2 games go good, I'm happy with this. But yep, that's the end of the game 3. I should have 4 and 5 coming up soon. So thanks for watching, guys. And as usual, like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to build up my subscribers. If you know anybody that might like my channel, recommend me to them. And yeah, thanks for all the support.